Truth is not a great respecter of time. Truth happens whenever and wherever it wants. Yeah, what is it wants to be communicated here? You know, all the words. The words do not contain the truth. Words can point to truth. So where is truth to be found? The silent mystery that is us, inside of us. Ultimately, that's the only place we ever find answers, find ourselves. And I used to hear things like that and just, I'd look inside and there was just nothing. And I would be like, there's nothing here. That's, what do you mean look inside? And we really part of what was happening was, I was glancing inside. I wasn't looking inside. I was glancing inside and dismissing what I found because it wasn't exciting enough. It was kind of like, there's nothing here. This clearly can't be the answer. It's not what I'm looking for. It doesn't have the feeling of that, big experience I had, whenever it was. And so I'll keep searching outside of myself. Maybe someone else can tell me something better. Maybe someone else has a better answer. And what happens when we start to actually spend time with ourselves, with our silence, with that unknown, with that nothing, you know, with the nothing of the nothing. There's nothing here, that nothing. When we spend time with it, it starts to take us apart. It starts to take apart the self we've constructed, which is a disconcerting process. Untruth gets dismantled by that silence, that, there's nobody home, there's nothing here. And, it's not a process that it's not a process that one can really it's not a process that a me can want. It's the process that we all want. But there's nothing in it for a me, and there's nothing in it for the me that we've constructed around this identity. And the only thing that can carry someone through that deconstruction is a true desire, a desire that transcends wanting a desire to know the truth that transcends wanting to feel better, wanting to sort of aggrandize oneself with the truth, with knowledge, with whatever whatever it is, one thinks that the process is going to give them, or that they'll get from it. And if we carry that process of deconstruction to its end, it is disconcerting. And then, there's a process of embodying, uh, embodying ourselves in hmm, like it's the fulfillment of us as a human being. It's sort of the that sense of potential we might have bumped into as kids, that sense of wholeness, curiosity, the completion of, you know, the brilliance of the child and the adult sort of unified together. And, like, amazingly, identity, the ego, um, that sort of persistent character of self can continue through all of this, right through deconstruction, right through fulfillment. Um, and however it is for an individual, that last shadow of self gets sort of snuffed out. Um, it is, in a sense, a step that only in life and God, or God, or whatever you want to call it, it's a step that God and self take together. And that's confusing as hell. But oh well. I told you they were just words. And yeah, the power, the only real power with, in this whole process resides in in this, in the silence, in that place we glance at but don't look at because it seems so empty. Um, how could power be hidden there, right? It's nothing. There's nothing there. How could action come from there? How could speech come from there? Intuition? How could intuition come from there? It's not a thinking place. And it's so simple and so ordinary. Um, that's why we overlook it. And, maybe there's an intuition as well of like, oh, I can't look there because if I look there, if I really allow myself to experience that, it's going to take me apart. Which of course is what what my experience of awakening showed me, right? I wasn't there. Perception was there. Experiencing was there. Aliveness was there. Joy was there. Peace was there. Wonder. Awe. That was my experience of the world when I was taken out of the equation. And what came and what came rushing back into that picture to cloud all those things, me, and that, you know, identity. And all that thinking about me. That's all what came rushing back in and seemed to end that experience of awakening for me. So it's here. It's always here. Couldn't go anywhere. Most of the time, for not experiencing it. It's because we're looking for it somewhere else. Maybe we just panicked ourselves about one thing or another. What's it like to just relax into this moment? Which means acceptance of this moment as it is. If we're panicked, we're panicked. If we're fearful, we're fearful. If we're angry, we're angry. Total acceptance of what is, how we are. And the silence of self. Right through the center of everything, every experience.